why single men should embrace their flaws in 2019. Embracing your flaws is like looking into a mirror, a broken mirror. Yet even with the flaws and the cracks, the splinters of this mirror, you can still smile at the reflection. So let's use some Project Nimbus Complete Edition for the Nintendo Switch as the background footage. Very good game. This is me playing and getting my butt handed to me by the enemy mechs. I'm still getting used to the controls a bit. I usually play with a Y inversion, so when you pull back the camera goes up, but I've left it in normal standard, non-inverted vertical aiming. So yes, I am getting my butt kicked, but enjoy the footage. But to the video. You see, many people have issues based on their flaws, based around their flaws, the things that they find wrong with themselves, how they may look, how much money they have or earn, how they are seen by others, and so many other things. You see, the things that so many people see that are flaws in themselves are not actually flaws, they're just things that they would rather be better, things they would rather improve on. You see, in this day and time, there is this need for almost perfection. Everything has to be perfect. You have to be perfect. Not only the perfect man, but the perfect husband, the perfect boyfriend, the perfect simp as well. There is always this level of perfection being sought by many people nowadays. So many people take it upon themselves to seek this level of perfection as well. Because they want to be this, or they want to be seen as this. Oh, I want this attention, give me that clout. For many people, their flaw isn't even in their appearance or their financial status. Their flaw is in them just not being where they want to be in life. They have not yet achieved this. So thus they feel flawed in themselves. The thing is, whatever you're working towards, never forget to embrace the journey as well, the path towards that goal, towards the destination. Because some find that the journey itself was the best part of the goal. Not reaching the goal necessarily, but all the things one has to do to achieve that goal, the small goals needed to achieve the bigger one. You see, many people see themselves as their flaws. That is all they are, their flaws. Everything that they see wrong with them, or that they have been told is wrong with them, they see that as themselves. They are their flaws. That's how they see themselves, or how they may feel. For instance, they've been told they're not very attractive, they're ugly most of their life. So thus, they feel this. This is their flaw. Thus, they can't do this or progress in life in this way because of that flaw. The flaw in how they look. The interesting thing is, as a human being, that there is only so much others can tell you. Yes, others can tell you things, but when you start to believe it and accept it and say yes, because I am not the best looking person, thus I am this person, that's when you're giving in to the crap. You're giving in to other people's crap. Instead of seeing that they have flaws in themselves that they need to cover up by picking out your flaws. This is a very simple one. Many people do this. They pick on other people's flaws to cover up their own. But you would be surprised the amount of people that shame others, but yet every single night they go to bed with a pillow covered in tears. It's not always as it seems. Many modern men beat themselves up to fit this modern ideal. Many modern ideals to fit this or to fit that, to be this, to be that, here or there. And even not having the ability to fit in, many see that as their main flaw. The lack of ability to communicate with other human beings. A lack of social skills, basically. A lack of social skills isn't necessarily a flaw. 'Tis a hindrance, can be a hindrance, a big one, yes. But it's not a flaw. A flaw in a diamond is something that is almost impossible to fix. Having something about yourself that you could actually change, that's not necessarily a flaw. That's a problem, if you will. It's an issue. It's something you may be dealing with. It's not a flaw. Your looks are not a flaw. If you were born that way, you were born that way. You can do things to obviously make yourself look better, but your flaw isn't your looks. It's when you neglect yourself to a point of basing everything you are on your looks or your money. That is when you can say you are flawed. Because take those things away and then what are you? You're nothing. You have based so much things around those things. The appearance and the money. Add the woman to it as well. If you based yourself around the woman as well. The money, your appearance, and the woman you get or can get. Now take all of those things away. Now what are you? Are you thus nothing because you saw yourself as seeking perfection with those things? And without them, well, you're flawed, aren't you? You're flawed, you're impure. One of the main things I've learned in life is to not base who you are around things. Base who you are around yourself. The core of yourself, of who you are. Sometimes as men, we chase more than we can handle. We chase these things in order to be something we're probably not supposed to be. We do it for the shine, we do it for the clouds, to make ourselves look and feel better. We chase the sun, in other words, almost like Icarus, from Greek mythology, Icarus, how he flew too close to the sun, but then the heat from the sun destroyed his wings. Then he fell back to earth, because he had built himself up upon wings of unrealistic things, things that were not real, the money, the women, the looks. He raised himself on those things, thus he fell, he failed. But when you learn to embrace your faults, your flaws, when you learn to see that yes, you're not perfect, no one is perfect, when you see that there are things about yourself you can fix and change if you want to, when you can understand that you're not your faults and you're not your flaws, that is when one has no need for wings of crap, because one can then surround himself with a nimbus, this luminous cloud, or this mech armor, if you will. Either way, it is something that will remind you of who you are. Not the person who is the faults that everyone else has told him he is, but the person he reminds himself he is. Here's to having your head in the clouds, getting high on your own supply, the supply of self-motivation. Focus, observe, remember. The world is yours. Have a nice day.